Welcome to Ontario One Call's training video, Searching and Managing Tickets Part 2. Now that you have chosen the ticket that you would like to review, from this page you can either edit the status by clicking the Edit button or view the status by clicking on the Locate Status tab. When you click the Locate Status tab, this screen will appear with all of this information. When you click the Edit button, you will arrive at this page. To change the status, click on the Ticket Status drop-down. Choose the appropriate status. For example, if you wish to clear the excavator from your infrastructure, select the Cleared status. Choose Marked Completed if you have delivered a locate. Please note that this does not replace the requirement to contact the excavator directly. The excavator cannot work without paperwork provided by you, regardless of whether the status is cleared or marked completed. You may see some instances where there are discrepancies on the ticket which warrant a conversation. You may need to renegotiate the date with the excavator, but our system requires a status. For any status of a locate other than completed or cleared where you've done some work, please provide Not Completed, Needs Additional Info. To renegotiate the date, fill out the Renegotiated Date area and assign the status Not Completed, Needs Additional Info, and provide Ontario One Call the date which you and the excavator have mutually agreed to have the locate completed by. Once you have completed a locate or clearance, you will need to close off the ticket to let Ontario One Call know it's complete. You can do this by filling out the close date section as seen here. Finally, you will need to add the person who processed the ticket in the Process By field. Type the name of the person who is updating this information. You will note this field can be a drop-down menu. You can enable this drop-down option by changing your account settings, which is covered in the next video. You may add to the Notes field if it is appropriate to the situation. This information can be seen by you and Ontario One Call. Once you are done, click the Save button. Here is an example of a cleared ticket. You can see that the ticket status is cleared and that there is a close date. The member would now need to send the excavator clearance paperwork so that they fulfill their requirement by law. Here is an example of a marked completed status. The member will still need to send the excavator the locate package that they've created to identify the parameters of the locate to the excavator. Lastly, here is an example of a ticket that needs additional information. For example, if the address provided did not exist. As you can see, the status is Not Completed, Needs Additional Information, and has a note explaining what happened. This way, if there is ever a complaint, there is a dated explanation available to Ontario One Call as to why this locate was never completed. In addition, the excavator must be contacted to advise them of the discrepancy, and this way they can update the ticket with the corrected address or information required. There are some examples of scenarios we have come across that you may wish to review as well. One scenario is when the excavator has requested a substantially sized area and you've mutually negotiated to break up the ticket so that your locator is doing work for a few hours a day. You would assign the status Not Completed and provide the date you expect the locates to be finished in the Renegotiated Date area. You would also assign a close date when you deliver the last locate. Lastly, in the scenario that you are speaking with the excavator and they wish to cancel their request, please advise the excavator to cancel their ticket if this information comes before the Begin to Work date. If the excavator cancels the request before the Work to Begin date, the system will change the status to be cancelled. There are other fields that can be used on the Locate Request View screen that are available to you if you would like to use for your internal purposes, although Ontario One Call does not monitor them. These fields include Accepted By, who received the locate, Work Started, whether the excavator had started work when you arrived to a new locate, Area Marked, whether you marked the area or not, Type, which utility you're locating, Segments Billed, how many units you are invoicing if you are a locate service provider, Locator, who completed the locate, Internal Order Number, tracks any internal number you may have, Region, which internal region you're associating this locate to, No Network Present, indicates there is nothing you own buried there, Flags, stakes, paint on the site, how you mark the infrastructure, and Site Visit, confirms you went to the site. Click here for a link to the next video, Account Settings. For any questions or concerns, please feel free to email solutions@ononecall.com. Thank you.